Dark Shadows, number 30, VTR 72266, air 8566, take 1.
My name is Victoria Winters. A brewing storm buffets the great house on Widow's Hill, and angry spirits out of a dim past seem to pound against its walls, demanding admission. There is no sound in the house, nothing but the echo of thunder and the whine of the rising wind. Yet the emptiness seems alive, alive with fear and tension that build on a single terrifying fact. I am alone.
I was wondering if anyone was here.
You just come in.
Yes. Looks like I just barely managed to miss the storm.
When the lights went out, I saw someone standing in the doorway.
Well, it must have been me. I was on my way to the basement to replace a fuse.
Are you sure? I called out and no one answered.
I didn't hear a thing, Miss Winters. Where is everyone?
They're out looking for David.
Oh. The wandering son is still among those missing, eh?
Your sister's gone to Matthew's cottage to see if he's found him yet.
Spare me the details, Miss Winters.
Aren't you worried? He's only a little boy.
I've worried about him for 9 years. At the moment, I have far more pressing problems. Where is Caroline? Is she part of the search party, too?
Yes, she's gone into town. We heard that David was there.
He was there, all right. In the hotel restaurant, but he had disappeared by the time I got there.
You mean to say you knew where he was?
Yes, they telephoned me. He tried to break into Burke Devlin's room. Now, that's a combination, isn't it? My son and Burke Devlin. The two people in this world I dislike the most.
Mr. Collins, you have no reason to dislike Burke Devlin.
Oh, of course not. He just tried to kill me, that's all. When my sister comes in, tell her I'm upstairs.
But it wasn't him. It was David.
What did you say?
It's true. I found the valve hidden in David's room. That's why he ran away. I locked it in my dresser, but he managed to get it back.
David?
I know it's not easy to believe.
It's impossible to believe, Miss Winters. Absolutely impossible. The person who tampered with my car is Burke Devlin, and I know it.
Well, David, looks like the storm's getting worse.
That's too bad.
You afraid of lightning?
Uh-uh.
Nah, neither was I when I was a kid. But I had a dog, used to hide under the bed.
I never had a dog.
You haven't? Well, you should have a dog. Every kid should have a dog, a mutt to run around after him, look up to him. Hey, I tell you, if I'm here any longer, I'll buy you one, okay?
Would you really, Mr. Devlin?
Hey. Good friends call each other by their first names, all right? I'll talk to your father. If it's okay with him, I'll get you one.
He wouldn't let me have anything.
We'll see about that. Now we better see about getting you home.
Mr. Devlin,
Burke.
you know something, Burke? You're nice. I mean, really nice.
Thank you, Mr. Collins.
David.
David. This is Mr. Devlin. Hey, would you set my car around front, please? Thank you. Okay, Dave. Let's get going. You forget something?
Oh, my coat.
Come on, your family will be worried. Worried? Scared to go home, Davy?
No. Yes. I guess so.
Did you ever run away before?
No.
Well, it's not so bad. They'll yell at you, send you to bed without your dinner, and by tomorrow it'll all be forgotten.
No, it won't.
I ran away once.
Where did you go?
Oh, I sneaked onto a coastal freighter going down to Boston. It was a terrible storm. Oh, I got seasick. I thought I was going to die. It's much better to be home in a nice warm bed and have them yell at you.
Burke,
Hmm?
did you really mean what you said? About being friends?
Yes, I did, David.
Can we go back?
Back where?
To your hotel room. I think I left something there.
Oh, we better not.
But it's important.
Oh, so it's getting you home. What was it? I'll get it for you, okay?
Please, I have to go back. Please.
Sorry, David. What did you forget?
Nothing.
And then you say you brought the valve in here.
Yes, and I locked it in this drawer. And then I went downstairs to tell your sister about it.
What did you do with the key?
Well, I put it in my pocket. I found out later, though, that this dresser has a mate in Carolyn's room, and the keys are identical.
Where was David all this time?
I don't know. But when I got back here, the valve was gone, and so was David.
I see.
Mr. Collins, I'm terribly sorry.
Yes, Miss Winters. Are you sure it was the valve for my car?
You showed me the drawing of it yourself.
Yes, it's true. I knew David was a bright boy. I didn't know he'd be able to do a thing like this.
He gave me a magazine, insisting it was a present. I think you'll find the answer in here. A breakdown diagram of an automobile master brake cylinder. How to take care of it. So take it apart and put it together.
It's funny, Miss Winters. I don't know whether to thank you or to hate you for this.
I know how you must feel.
Do you? It's true. David and I had arguments. I never liked the boy. But I never pretended I did. But to deliberately. We never know what monsters we create, do we?
David. Perhaps someone found David.
Anyone looking for a lost boy?
What are you doing here, Burke?
I brought your boy home. Go on in, David, before you change your mind.
David, where have you been?
Where did you find him?
Wandering.
Wandering where? I heard that he tried to get in your room, Burke. Is that true? Is it true, David?
Boy's frightened.
Answer me, David. He should be frightened. Have you been with Mr. Devlin all this time?
If you mean for the last 15 minutes, yes. I was driving through town. I saw him walking along. I picked him up. The storm was getting ready to break. When he told me who he was, I brought him up here.
All right, thank you very much. Go inside, David. I want to talk to you. I said come in here, and I mean now.
Is that the Collinwood version of the woodshed?
I don't think so.
I remember I ran away from home once. My old man beat me so hard his hands were raw for 2 weeks.
Mr. Devlin, we all appreciate you bringing David back, but I think you should leave now.
I don't think so. I've got a hunch. I'd like to know what's going on in that room. And I'm just curious enough to want to stay and find out.
Are you trying to tell me that that valve wasn't hidden in your room?
It's a lie. She lied about
I
me.
suppose you know I could have been killed.
I didn't have anything to do with it.
Then why did you run away?
Because of Miss Winters. She made me run away.
Why would she make you do that?
Because she hates me. She told all those lies about me. She said I fooled with the brakes so the car wouldn't work.
If it wasn't true, you could have stayed here and told me so.
You wouldn't have believed me anyway. She's a grown-up. I'm only a kid. You'd always believe her.
David, why would Miss Winters want to lie about a thing like that? Stop that, David. Look at me. What earthly reason would she have for saying that she found the valve in your room if it wasn't true?
Because she maybe tried to kill you herself.
Oh, stop that, David.
I'll bet she went out to the car when no one was looking and took that valve when when you got hurt, you got scared.
I said stop it.
It was her, Father, not me.
Empty your pockets. I asked you to empty your pockets. Did you hear me, or shall I do it for you? All right, what did you do with the valve?
I never had it.
Did you throw it away? Is that the answer? You got so frightened that you decided to throw it away?
Where's Aunt Elizabeth? I want to talk to her.
She won't help you now, David. Get that through your head. When a boy tries to kill his own father, there's no help for him. No help at all.
It's a great old clock. It's almost 200 years old. Did you know that?
I really think you should go.
Probably one of the first pieces of furniture brought into this house. I bet it's seen some strange sights in its day.
Mr. Devlin, please go.
You remember, Miss Winters, what I told you the night I met you when we both got off the train and I drove you into town? I didn't even know you then. But you told me you were going to come up to here to work. Remember, I told you to get on that train and go back where you came from.
Yes.
A while ago, you told me to leave. Well, I want to give you the same advice. There's something going on in that room. And if my guess is right, you're living in a madhouse. And you better get out of here while you still can.
Look at this. I said look at this. It's your magazine, isn't it?
I don't know.
You used it, didn't you? You used it to learn how to tamper with my brakes.
Where did you get it?
That doesn't matter.
I want to know where you got it.
I got it exactly where you left it, in Miss Winters' room.
I never put it there.
Now listen, David.
She just wants to get me in trouble.
You have an answer for everything, don't you? It doesn't matter to you who takes the blame for this, does it?
I didn't do it. She made up the whole thing about it.
Well, we'll soon find out about this. What are you still doing here?
I'm talking to Miss Winters, waiting to say goodbye.
All right, goodbye. Would you step in here, please? All right, Miss Winters, there he is. He says, nothing you've said is true.
David, it's pointless to lie.
We've already been through this. Now tell me, did you find that valve in his room?
Of course I did.
Exactly where was it?
I've already told you, in his dresser drawer under some clothes. I would never have found it if I hadn't been looking for a letter that was taken from me.
That's why you're making it up. Because I took your stupid letter.
I'm not making up a thing, David, and you know it.
It's a lie. Everything you said about me is a lie. You just want to get me in trouble. Well, I don't care what you say. I never had that valve. I never took it. Now leave me alone.
David, it's useless to pretend. Are you trying to tell me that I lied?
You did, didn't you? You did.
How many times did you tell me that you hated your father? That he wanted to send you away and you were going to get even with him?
I never meant it. I didn't mean it.
Well, you meant to go to that garage, take the valve from the car. Maybe you didn't know how serious it could be, but just the same you
I
did.
didn't take that valve. If you don't believe me, look over here. This is all the stuff that was in my pocket.
Well, then you must have thrown it away.
I didn't.
Excuse me.
I thought I asked you to leave.
I know, but I thought I might be able to help. Is this what you've been looking for?
Watch an all-star team of last season's top college gritters pitted against the National Football League champion Green Bay Packers in the College All-Star Football Game. It's a sports special tonight at 10, 9 o'clock Central Time on ABC. Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.